Hey guys, what's up? Can everyone hear me? Give me a sec. I'm just testing the audio. Awesome. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode with me, Shashank Udappa. And by the way, today we are going live and we're doing a live video because a lot of people are asking me questions about the markets, what to do with their investments, and a lot of things. And today, what we're going to do is we're also going to do a live update. There is an announcement that we're going to do. So I thought let's come here and quickly do it live as well. So I hope all of you guys are ready and we are going to go live and we're going to do this right now. Now, first things first, obviously, the war situation is not going on well. I think yesterday we saw that Iran attacked the Saudi Aramco oil fields. Qatar LNG has now been halted. So there is definitely a global energy crisis. Now, because of this global energy crisis, we are witnessing more problems. What are these problems? As you can see here, that tomorrow GIF Nifty might open significantly lower. It is showing minus 500. Obviously, by the time we hit the opening, ideally it should not be minus 500, maybe minus 300, but we are seeing a negative opening coming here. And to cross reference it, we also checked all the other indexes. We checked Nasdaq 100. Nasdaq 100 is also opening at minus 2%. Dow Jones we checked is also opening at minus 1.6% as of now. We check the DAX market. The DAX is basically a German index. German index also looks at German is showing minus 4%. This is because yesterday the European countries came together and said they are joining the war. Now, because of this, the volatility in the entire market has also gone up to an all-time high, and that is slowly creating an issue. And that is not just creating an issue to us, but it is creating an issue to every single person. Yes, I won't even go into Kospi, which is the Korean index. I think fell by a huge margin as well. But the problem is that the narrative is being said that the war is going to go on for 4 to 5 weeks, and this will continue for a longer duration. Now, I don't know how many of you all know this, but I am a SEBI registered research analyst, and some time ago we launched something called Smallcases. Do you guys are you guys aware of this? We launched something called Smallcases some time ago. Do you guys remember? And what we did was we launched two Smallcases at that time. One was a fluid Q basket and one was a fluid C basket. Now, fluid Q was basically a quant stock basket. It had, let's say, 15, 16 stocks in that. It was a quant basket that we had launched some time ago. And the fun part about this basket is we somehow managed it very well. Not somehow, we had a lot of research behind it. And as you can see that since we launched it, we are currently at 8% alpha. Now, obviously, the market is very volatile and we are playing risk off, but we still hold approximately 15 stocks and a little bit of gold, 15% gold. And we have managed to beat the index at a very big level. This was the quant basket. Then we also launched a fundamental basket. And even the fundamental basket to Nifty 500 is sitting at 2.5% up right now. And obviously, we have been managing it very aggressively. Active management is happening. And a lot of people started messaging me at the same time and said, Shashank, can you help us with our mutual funds? What mutual funds to buy right now? Should we average down our mutual fund? Should we buy more large cap? Should we buy more mid cap? And should we buy more small cap? One question to all of you guys. How many of you all have this exact same question? Right? Because I know a lot of my audience, they have stock baskets and we solve the problem for stock investing. Then I also know that a lot of people have mutual fund baskets and they have like 10, 15, 20 different mutual funds that they're going wrong with, right? And that is why we were internally discussing and trying to experiment with mutual fund baskets, try to curate our own mutual fund baskets. And that is when we said, okay, we will launch it after a few months. But then when the market fell right now, we don't get scared. We look at it more from an opportunity standpoint, right? We said this is the best time because the market is low. And why is it the best time? Because when the market is low, that is when you double down and invest, because eventually the market will go back up and that becomes an advantage. And that is why we are today launching our Horizon baskets. Now, this is exactly like how we had our small cases, but this will be a small case mutual fund basket. Now, these are direct baskets. They are not regular baskets, so there is no commission involved in it. These are direct baskets that will be there. And we are launching two baskets today. One is Horizon 3-year and one is Horizon 5-year. And let me show you how they look like. This is the Horizon 3-year. This is for short term investing. Let's say there is someone who has a short term goal. Let's say I want to go buy a car after 3 years, I want to go abroad, I want to save for a vacation. We have designed this basket for that kind of a person, right? Where we have invested in 8 mutual funds, but in those 8 mutual funds, equity is only 40%, hybrid is 50%, and 10% is commodity, because a 3-year basket is a short term basket. After that, we also said we have audience that are looking at a longer time frame, right? 10-year basket. So for those type of people who want long term mutual fund investing, who are literally suffering right now, we have created a long term basket, which is a 10-year basket, which is complete equity and 5% hybrid. 9 mutual funds are there in this, and this will be an actively managed basket by me, right? This will be actively managed. The small case will be there, and all the mutual funds inside this basket are direct baskets. They are not regular baskets, and that is basically what we are looking at. And the cost, everything I'll come to in the end. Let me tell you the thesis behind launching this today, right? So what we are planning to do is, whenever the market falls down, that is when you need to double down into mutual funds. And most people have this problem: what to invest, which mutual fund to buy, which mutual fund to sell, and they don't know when to rebalance it, how to rebalance it, right? How much to do tax loss harvesting, etc. So that is why we said that now the markets have corrected, sentiments have cooled, India is still positive, but the world is negative, and that is why this is the best opportunity to start investing. Because a person who does SIP at lower return phases, which is right now, which is the discomfort phase, that person has a higher chance of getting a return in the future. If you average upwards, it's not going to help as much as possible, right? So that is why we are going lower. And mutual funds basically give you that discipline that you can keep investing in an SIP based format, right? Now please understand, I know most of you guys already have stocks and you have mutual funds separately. Most of you guys have both, right? So for stock investors, we solved it with Fluid C and Fluid Q. I gave you a structure, I gave you a balance, and I'm actively managing it, right? But I know a lot of you guys have mutual fund which you don't know how to manage, and you are screwing it up there with 20 different mutual funds, 15 different mutual funds, regular, paying bad expense ratios. So we are optimizing for every single thing, and I'll show you more about it, right? And that is why we introduced Horizon Baskets. And we said we are solely going to make this basket from a long term and a short term horizon, depending on the goals of the investor. I'm not going to put momentum, and all into this. This is purely based on your goal, because with mutual fund, I don't want to risk it. I want you to have peace of mind investing when it comes to mutual fund. So every single fund, we have ranked it, we have filtered it, we have stress tested it, and we have strategically combined it so that the basket mix does not become an issue. And I will show you more data on this as well. I will show you what we have done, right? Now, every fund that we take has 7 selection pillars. One is we will look at risk adjusted performance. Somebody said that performance is great, but if the expense ratio is too high, it's a problem. So what is the risk adjusted performance? What is the consistency across market cycles? I don't want a fund that is doing well right now, right? I'm not playing momentum, I want to play long term, right? What is the drawdown behavior of this? The upside capture ratio, downside capture ratio, portfolio overlap should not be too much, category position should be great, fund manager, which most of you guys ignored, we will look at that. And we also want valuation comfort. We don't want expensive mutual funds in this basket. And that is why we made the 3-year and 10-year. Now, for 3 years, we take medium term opportunities. What is this? We are more active and agile in this, right? It is again positioned to benefit from market cycles. And we've designed it to aggressively take advantage of valuation resets, because right now, a lot of valuation reset has happened. So this is a more tactical basket. And this is also a very short term goal based basket, right? Then we have the long term basket. I will share this PPT with everybody. The long term basket is more than 3 years plus. You just want to keep doing SIP. You don't want to take stress of this. This is basically built for that, right? Now, this is mainly for patient investors, disciplined investors who are focusing on earnings growth and reinvesting all that money back into this, right? So let me come and show you the pricing, and I will show you the launch offer, and I will show you the Excel sheet first, right? If you look at the Excel sheet, this is how the Horizon 10-year and 3-year have been built. So Horizon 10-year basically has 9 different funds, and I have not put the name of the funds because that is proprietary and secret and behind the paywall, but I will show you what are the different types of funds that are there. So here we have a hybrid fund at 5% weightage. We have taken a 10% weightage in a contra fund, because today, if you see, most of the indexes are down. So we take a contra fund to actually benefit from the market rise and market fall, right? Again, we have foreign ETFs in this, which gives a little bit of diversification. We have 2 mid cap and 2 small cap funds. We have one flexi cap fund, and we also have a momentum fund. Again, this is 10-year horizon, right? And what we have done is we've also taken the weighted average returns, 1 year returns, and 3 year returns to check how it has come up in this balance, right? Now, again, please understand, sometimes these weighted average returns and all of this is past returns, does not mean the future returns will be same, right? But if we see any disconnect in what we believe this fund should have performed and it didn't perform, we will actively change this as well. So we will give you rebalance updates. We will say remove this fund and now we will rebalance it and add this fund. So it is going to be actively managed and it will be rebalanced as well, but on a need to need basis. We will simply not rebalance. I don't want to waste your time and money. We will only rebalance when it's actually required. Coming to the 3 year horizon, here again, we have a hybrid fund, we have a contra fund. Here we have also added a thematic fund, which is not there above. We have added a little bit of commodities here as well. We have a multi-asset fund because this is short term, so I can't play very aggressive. We have a balanced advantage fund, again, to safeguard your short term goals, large cap and flexi cap. And here the returns are little skewed. As you can see, the weighted average 1 year return is 22%, but that is mainly because of the commodities. Gold went up so much, that is why. So again, past performance does not mean future performance is there, but this is for any kind of short term goal that you have. Understood? As of now, everyone is clear on this? All clear on these baskets? Right? So this is basically for those guys who already have mutual fund baskets, who are not managing properly, and that is something that I'm trying to fix right now. Now again, let me explain. I am not a mutual fund distributor. Okay, I am not an RIA. I am a simple RA, which is a research analyst, right? So that way I cannot take any commissions from you. I don't get any back-ended commissions. That is why all the mutual funds that you see in this horizon 10 year or 3 year will be completely direct baskets. I only get a fixed fee, and that is it. Whatever AUM you put tomorrow, whether you put 10 lakhs, 1 crore, 10 crores, 100 crores, I will still only get my fixed fee. I don't get anything above and beyond that. Let's say like an MFD, right? So that advantage is not there for an RA, because we have to be unbiased and we have to focus purely on good research and good products. Now, coming to this, the basket that we have launched, both the 3 years and the 10-year basket, is going to be priced only at 540 rupees a month, which is very cheap. And if you look at a long-term structure, I think it is priced at 6,500 rupees for the entire year, right? That is 6,500 fixed, irrespective of whatever AUM you have. But I also know that everyone in India likes discount, and today is Holi and market is also at a discount. So what we are doing is we are launching this today with a discount code, which is only for the first 200 people we're giving this. And this discount code is going to be 1500 off. This is the code. You can use this code. Only 200 allocation we have kept for this code, which is 1500 OFF. Basically, you get this basket now for 5,000 rupees, inclusive of GST, for the entire year. Okay, that comes to around less than 500 rupees a month for managing your entire mutual fund basket. And I think you can put that code if you go to click on subscribe now. You have to click on select a plan. Let's say I do this. One sec, just showing it to you here. Yeah, you can click on the 12-month plan. You can click on the offer, and what is the code? 1500 OFF, right? So you can click on this and you have saved 1,489 rupees. Then your entire basket now comes to exactly 5,000 inclusive of GST for the entire year, irrespective of the AUM you have, right? So this link is already there, so no worry about it. But again, coming back to the main thesis of this, who is the customer here, right? This is for people who already have mutual fund baskets, but it is not in a structured format. You are not optimizing it very well. This is for those people, right? If you are looking at that perspective and you have seen how we have performed with Fluid C and Fluid Q, then this would be optimal and advisable for you. Once you become a part of this mutual fund basket, please let us know. You can also send me an email at support@shashangoduppa.co.in. I will be adding you to our exclusive WhatsApp small case group, where I keep giving market updates every single day when the market is open, right? So this is not just about doing something like this and walking away, but this is something to actually put you in the entire ecosystem where you will learn a lot, and obviously to manage your mutual funds. So if you have a basket of, let's say, 10 lakh rupees or 20 lakh rupees, or you want to build for the next 10 years, this is something that is optimal for those type of people. If you are investing less than 50,000 rupees in the mutual fund basket, I would not recommend this basket for you. This is not for you, right? Same thing I had said with Fluid C and Fluid Q. If you can invest more than 3 lakh rupees a year, it is beneficial to do Fluid C and Fluid Q. Same way for the mutual fund basket as well. If you are investing less than 50,000 in the entire year, then because the cost is 5,000, this will not make sense for you at all. This is only for people who have a mutual fund capacity of at least 2 to 3 lakhs and above in the entire year. Then 5,000 rupees becomes very affordable for that person, and it won't hit you a lot on that front. Again, this will be actively managed by our team. We will be looking at it, we will be changing it depending on market scenarios, and that is what we will be focusing on. And the goal is to beat the benchmark index, which is I think Nifty 50 or Nifty 500, either or. You can choose whatever you want, but the goal is to just generate returns over a long period of time and create wealth, right? That is what mutual fund investors do. They want to create wealth for a long period of time, and that is what we will be focusing on. Again, as I said, happy Holi to everyone. The markets are bad. I'm not going to lie about it. But there are two types of people. When the market is bad, you can panic or you can be sad. Second are those type of people who would love to downward average their good companies. Whether you want to top up your index funds, whether you want to top up your ETFs, or you top up your very good fundamentally strong companies, this is the best time to do any kind of top up. So please do a top up and have fun, enjoy. This is me, Shashank Godapa, signing off, and I'm there on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, always giving you market updates. So I hope you guys are safe in this entire process. And if you have anyone sitting in UAE, Dubai, etc., please tell them to be careful. Okay, awesome. Thank you guys. Take care. See you. Good night. Bye bye.